Hello everyone. So, in today's video, live stream, I'm going to I have these two enclosures here, which I'm going to attempt to actually put Bertha and Hester in those now, ready, because these are a lot better for them. They already basically naturally have their little nest in them. So those two I'll just be setting up, won't take too long for these two. And then I actually have my next proper setup for later moving them into. So Hester's already got hers set up, basically. And in there right now, there are some springtails, basically just making sure they sort of settle in correctly. Because the internet recommended that I leave it about a week or so before I start putting any ants in to have the springtails in. So I will be using stuff like this just to basically scoop a few springtails out of there, put them in here, let them eat the decomposing stuff that I've got ready for them, let them settle enough because they keep it naturally clean a lot better. So it just ensures everything's all good. And then all these have got like water columns. These also regulate temperature, and humidity, which is quite good. And then there's all sorts of bits that close down and whatnot that we'll be dealing with as is. But yeah, right. Let us get started. I will begin on this one. I know this is the main one, but I think this is best to get started with. So first things first, I want to put a layer of just this decomposing plant. And this plant I personally kept. These are just part of a leaf that has basically, she's growing that big that parts of her leaf are just dying because they're not able to stay in the sunlight anymore. So that's fine. So I know all this is nice and safe. It's only ever been given water of mine. So I'm pretty sure in her as well there are already some springtails on her base and everything. Her pot and everything, which is good inside it. So now with decomposing material down, what I want to do is a few handful of sunflower seeds. Place them down along with. This is good for the ants, but also if I now put a bit of sand with some stones in, a bit more. These stones will later either be removed or the ants will just move them out of the way anyway. They're kind of now just to make sure everything remains quite compact. Well, not compact, but like all together. All the sand doesn't just keep moving. And then a few more back on top just to make sure. Yep. And basically, the concept here is that these should hopefully grow. So if I take here, I have some water I've set ready. If I pump enough of that in, I will do the springtails not on video because that is a right nightmare. So nice and moist. And hopefully these should start to grow just a little bit. In Hester's one, they've already grown up just a little bit. So it keeps all the soil nice and together, but also the ants can still pick it apart. It's also good food for them and the springtails. It ensures there's always some food in there. Now, with basically all that part done, I'm going to then put some of this PTFE on, just all around the sides. Actually, it might be better. I'm going to place it on the lid, just because now it looks like the lid slightly overlaps, which means it's even harder for them to try and escape. And as you can see, there's a nice air hole. I know they've already put something there, but I'm just gonna, just in case, put a bit of that around. So now, leave that to dry for a bit, and yeah, it'll mean no one can escape. So our next part is, so here we'll have I believe, it's this, then the red light cover goes on top. Because you see the cover, the same vents. And essentially what this is for is just to, this helps maintain sort of right temperature inside. And actually, I can, if I want, I believe this peels off. If I choose to, which I can do, and I will do, because I'll have this up top. I can peel off, and there should be glass underneath from memory. Yep. Well, perspex, I'm pretty sure, but you get my point. There is some thing for them. I'll just take a second to peel these off. And there we go. Nicely does it. And then place that on top, like so. Actually, if I pushed in, they shouldn't be able to move that. And then this goes on top for basically so they can stay in there and know it's dark and everything, but I can always take it off to check on them, take it out to get any out if I need to or anything. So next thing, water. Now this is both for humidity. All these have both humidity and the actual water itself controlled by these little towers. So what I'm going to do is only a little bit. I have a pipette here of pre-prepared sugar water. I'm going to put that in first. And then I'm just going to add this ordinary pre-prepared. So this is tap water. I live in the UK, and the water here is perfectly fine for consumption by insects. Because it's pretty much normal water. I've left it to dechlorinate anyway. So yeah, it's perfectly fine and usable. So that should just nice and easily go in there. Please so. Yep. I think that's correct. Doesn't appear to be leaking. Ah yes, this one keeps the underneath nice and moist. This is the one that keeps it underneath moist. This just keeps parts of it moist. But yeah, that'll probably drain quite quickly. That's okay. So this is that done, ready to have some spring tiles put in soon and then sell. I might get some more instead of constantly shifting them out of the ones that have already sort of settled. I don't know yet, but that nice and ready. The lid nearly fully dry, can go on top, and then there is a small gap here is where they attach to for the ants to gain, but I won't be doing that yet. Now for the main part. This is the tricky one. So we will start with Hester's. Why not? No, not Hester's. Bertha's actually. She has now 2 little worker ants with a 3rd one very soon coming. So that will be shown in a bit. So we will just prep the perspex first. So this one's a bit different. These ones actually get tied down. Not tied down, screwed down. Because they also have, on some of them, a little... Well, this gets tied down because this shouldn't be moved at all. Doesn't want to be moved. I don't have to, but I'm probably going to just because it's a lot better. Just some tiny little screws. Ooh. And then I've just got a little Allen key. And we'll push that down. Ooh. Right. And now, yeah, we'll just keep going for all of them. I'm not going to put it down too tight, just in case I need to get it up at any point. But we'll find out what we're doing in a second. Now that should be... Right? Yes, perfect. Cool. So we'll just do this. Get these in as much as possible. They are a little bit finicky, but it's fine. As long as they're in enough to stop any escapages, that's good enough for me. So those go down, all screwed in. So now this has basically got a nest and a small outworld. It is quite small, but at this size, this is good for them. So how I'm going to do this is I am going to basically just put a small amount of seeds, small seeds that are perfect for a queen ant this early on, and a little bit of jelly, protein jelly, that's designed for insects, in the corner, and a little bit of sand just in case she wants to block up her little hole that actually leads to the nest, which, fair enough. So that's that secured. Now we have the next bit, which is these. Well, one of them. This should be, if I'm correct, a red piece, because that, once I peel this off, which is a right nightmare to get off, that should cover just the bits that it needs to. Basically keep it nice and dark, but also I can still see in there, which is the main thing. So I can check on them constantly, but without disturbing them, which was the main issue with the test tube. So that is that, and that can just nicely rest there, and I remove it whenever I need to. So next bit, just so it gets nice and moist while we're waiting, same again. So we just grab pipette, sugar water, a bit more because this is bigger, and then for the most part, just nice water. This is just because these aren't also control moisture. I do have stuff to give them all dedicated water, so that will be a future thing for them. It will just be one of them will be like fully sugar water, and then they'll have this for fresh, just normal, ordinary water. So that goes in because this should soak this. There's a pad in there that then gets soaked. Take a couple minutes, hence why I'm doing that part now, while we also prep this. So this will be the sort of outworld, like I said. So the glass here should be probably clear, similar to how we've got red over there, but also clear. So we'll just peel this off. Nice and carefully, I say. Or try. Try and get it all off. There we go. And these have got little small hair vents that no one can get through. So that's good. And they can definitely breathe. Right. Now you'll notice there's a small little hole there next to the big hole. And this is because this actually really smartly has these. You may be wondering what these are. And if this wants to come off, I'll show you. There we go. That's one. Yep. It's quite difficult to get these ones off. There we go. Right. This should have a piece here. Oh, if it doesn't want to just jump out at me, should then get pushed in, clipped, and then that should clip into there as well. I'm actually going to take that out. That clips. It wants to. Come on. Maybe I'm not supposed to clip it just yet. Let me get it off. Right, we'll try another one. But I'll actually have them together first. Right. Yes, that's why that cracks it. There we go. And that covers that, but also lets me honestly take it off when I need to give them any food or anything. So that's really, really helpful. So right, we'll actually get started with a bit of setup. So like I say, only a bit of sand. It's just for a case of if she wants to block up or anything. So I'm going to place that sort of in one corner. A little bit more. There you go. Now I'm just going to... I know this regulates moisture, but I want to just make sure there's enough moisture to begin with. Because if she doesn't like it straight away, then we're going to have issues. Right. Now with this one, I am also going to just put a little bit of this on the lid. I don't believe they can escape, but I'd rather not find out the hard way. So I'm just going to, as a safety precaution, I'd rather not have these escape. I want them to be nice and safe in here. So yep, that'll take 2 seconds to dry. I'll just check something. Check some stuff. Cool. Right. So next bit, we want these. I got from Ants Davy in the UK, who also was the one who actually sold me the ants. Really good price and really trusted. So I cannot complain at all. So, right, just going to pour onto this few seeds, probably too many, but I will have another one to feed, and then some protein jelly. So first I want to put the seeds in. So we'll grab just a pinch of seeds and place them in one corner. A few more, because that only got like 2. There we go. And then a little scoop of jelly. Yep. Just got to check this. Right, cool. And then that should be almost ready. So now this is going to be a tad tricky. So this here is the hole being covered currently. Cool, right. So with that now open and everything, we can then begin to check right hole size. Okay, so I know that I will need some of these. So cut about that much. This is just so I can get them from the tube into here, because I believe the tube is going to be too big. It is roughly about that size, but hopefully I can get this in. I do also have some covers for the tubes. One right there. Cool. So hopefully I can basically place that in between the two of them, just stops them escaping. Once they're in there, I can close it, plop that on, all's good. So I'm going to keep that dark, so hopefully they run straight to there. So they're currently under here, kept in the dark at the moment while I do that, but I'm now going to attempt, that's that dried, that has dried, this can go on top. Right, this is going to be a bit tricky. So I'm going to place this on to begin with already, just so I know roughly where I want to aim for. So realistically I want that in more like there, just to really encourage them to come out, but also so they can like sort of explore it whilst also staying where they know. So without disturbing both of them. Hello. Yes, I know you're being moved. She's not happy when she's moved, this one. Right. I'm going to have to do this carefully. Don't want to lift it because it might knock her over. You can see I don't know if you can see, there's a little dish in there I put in with some jelly in, and it appears that there is very little left. So she clearly has been liking it. Now, if I do that, and boom, that should be connected. Oh. So, yeah. Just see what she does. I'm going to place her right here. Oh. Right here. And then you should be able to see what she decides to do. There we go. I'll prep the next one. So there's Bertha with, I can see one worker, one appears to be underneath her, potentially, I think. And yeah, they sort of almost buried their eggs into the cotton wool for some reason. Don't know why, but they have. So, right, same process again for this one, pretty much. Going to be slightly different, though, just because I know. So, I know Hester likes sand a lot, because when she was. So I have taken her from her bigger one now that I put the springtails in there. I didn't want them disturbing her or anything. And she didn't really go in too much, but she did burrow a bit, which was quite funny, that she did start to burrow in there a little. So I am going to take that into consideration for her, just because I want her to like this as much as possible, especially as she currently has no workers. There's like 5 eggs that are in the sort of stage ready to become workers. And so probably be a few days and then they'll all pop out. But I don't want her to be disturbed too much. Yeah, I'm hoping that keeping her in the light as well will get them to go into the dark. But she also seems completely unbothered by the light sometimes. And then sometimes she hates it. She's so finicky. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on Bertha while we set up this for Hester. So, same again. There we go. Nice. Just do this bit instantly, just so it's definitely going to dry. Move on quickly. So just in there, so they don't try and climb out while I'm putting things in at all. Just in case it's taking me a while or something, or they try and knock it. They're just not able to get up. There we go. Cool. Right. We'll get the tube ready. Pipette. The second one, because this is bigger. And then the water. Cool. And then, well, this one is going to be a pain, isn't it? Sometimes they go in easy, sometimes they take forever to get in. But we'll find out. Right, just carefully place this in. There you go. I might just sort of touch the edge. And in that goes. Ready to begin the hydration. Right. There we go. Right. Next bits. Just curious what's going on here. I can't actually see her worker. Has it gone exploring for her? Not sure. Oh well. We'll just wait, see what happens. So this is the next bit. I'm going to prep this one pretty much the same, but I'm going to be a bit different with how I want to sort of start this. So that goes through there. Then Allen key. Put that down somewhere. I did put the Allen key somewhere. there, under the knife. Cool. That can be sort of just put with that so I don't forget it. Yeah. Oop. Curious why she's not going in. Because when she had the other little one attached to her, she was constantly exploring it. She wouldn't stay in there though, unfortunately, and it did seem like it was stressing her out. But I'm hoping here is a lot better conditions for her. It's constantly kept the temperature she wants, and it's a nice enclosed space, but only time will tell what she wants to do. I have faith that Bertha will probably take a while to go in, whilst I think that Hester, when I put her in, she will almost immediately begin exploring. But time will tell. Just one more. And you see here, there is a nice little dish that I might try and make use of here. But I'm not sure. I'm hoping that Hester almost immediately moves in. I know she'll want to. Kind of what she likes to do. It's just, will she take her eggs with her? That's the real question. Cool. Right. That's that tight down. And then place this over the top. And I can get it off. There we go. And one side's easy, and then the other side's a pain in the ass to shift. So temperamental. There we go. Cool. Over there. Onto that. Keep it nice and dark. Right. Same again. Just a small bit of silicone tubing. Right. I will need to grab a little band. That's one. Two there. Let's grab one of these. Cool. Right. Now I'm actually going to have to fill first the nest. So all I'm going to do is just put the sand towards the entrance. So you can see a bit spilled out, that's good. And a bit towards the entrance to the nest. This should hopefully encourage her to do the trick there. Same again though, there will be a small amount of jelly. In fact, yes, I will use the plate. Why not? Just place it in the corner. It only came with one, unfortunately, but that's fine. And then sprinkle some seeds nearby. And kind of just around as well. There we go. And yeah, pretty much set. That's dry. Right. Now for the moment of truth. So we'll place you there. And then we will compare. Yeah, we will compare. Cool. Right. You kind of there. Hopefully I'm thinking getting it further in will encourage her to move a bit quicker. She just does not seem interested. It looks like she's tending some eggs at the moment, so can't complain. She's doing what she should be. Right. Hester, I know you're not going to be happy that I'm moving you. You can already see she's got some sand in here because she decided to bring a bit with her. Don't know how well you can see that, but oh, sorry. Right. Problem is she likes to hang near the entrance, so I have to be really quick with this one. The moment I start moving it, she will move. Okay, come on. There we go. And in. There you go. Look, immediately interested. She normally is. Yep, look, already crawling in. I don't know how well. Yep. Told you. Already in there. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to see over the top. Let's have a look. And I don't know how well you can see. But she's hanging right there by the edge. Don't know what she's thinking, but I told you she'd rush straight in. She's probably just checking it's all safe. That's fine. Hopefully she goes into the nest. Yeah. She's very much happy. Whilst we have someone here who doesn't move. Maybe the bowl's now in her way. Okay, this is going to be a tricky one. I don't think it is. I've seen her walk on top of it. I assume she can get past it. Maybe she just doesn't want to at the moment. But I do want her to try and explore, because otherwise, like I say, it'll stress her out. Looks like she's checking her eggs or something. She might be getting ready to move in, I'm not sure, but right, this. Oh, okay. You alright? I shift this and put it in there. Shift that seed as well. I did give her a seed because I assumed her workers would want it. I'm not sure. Right, and then if I... What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try the same thing I did with Bertha. Actually get it with Hester and get it quite far in. Hoping that instead will encourage them to go in. I'm not sure. Right, close that anyway. Oh, what are you doing? Looks like you're carrying an egg. Are you? Oh no, she's back in, exploring. I don't know how well you can see. Above, but yeah. It's quite fun to watch. One seems completely disinterested. She's got an egg in her hand. In her mouth. Not hand. Obviously, this one. Ooh. Oh wow, she's already trying to climb. Ooh. Now she's on top of the silicon. Yeah, what are you doing, dear? Oh, careful. Don't fall. Yeah, it's slippery. Don't go up there. Pretty interesting to watch. At some point, I'm gonna have to just set up a live stream for like a couple of hours, just literally just watching the ants and see what they do. Wait, I don't know how well you can see. She's just there, sort of under the black spot. I think that's. I don't know. One's better. There, you can see her. Look at that. She's just happy in there. What's she doing here? Oh, going back. Oh, careful. Yep. This is quite interesting to watch. Oh, I think she's got a seed in her mouth. By the look of it. I think she picked up one of the little poppy seeds. 100% sure now. This is a lot of fun to watch. Still no progress on Pertha. She's just sort of standing there at the moment. Right. Are you gonna stay or are you wanting to move? Thing is, I just want to move them into here because I think this will also just be preferable for them. Save constantly moving them to begin with, whereas tube, then small nest, then slightly bigger nest, and then attaching out one and all that just give them the space right now. Curious now what she's doing. She's just sort of staying there. Oh, I think she's cleaning herself. Maybe ready to go again. I'm not sure. Oh, she's going back. Careful. Now what are you doing? Just constantly spinning. Must be something she's doing. Just can't work out what. Oh, there we go. There we go. She's found the entrance again. That's probably it. Just couldn't find it. Oh, I go in. Oh, hesitant this time. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Just watching Bertha, I thought the worker was going into the hole. Wasn't. Just happened to walk in that sort of direction. Oh. Nesta's back. She's gonna go in. Nope. I might have to just leave it here and just let them in peace decide what they want to do. I mean, I'm not disturbing them, but you never know. Might just take some time. But I'm also really happy how much progress has already been made. Ooh, careful. Yep. Yep, that's the hole. Yeah, she likes this. She likes just to... I think she prefers the tubing more than anything. She could have a home made of tubing, she would. Yeah, it's amazing to watch. She just seems... Ah, come on, you can do it. Yes. Oh. She's exploring. Yeah, I should pull. Yeah. No. But no, she's doing really good. Yeah, I think that'll be it for this live stream. But I will probably either stream or make a video later on their progress. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I can't wait to show you the progress. And then and how does one end a stream? That's a question. end stream. There we go. Right in the top.